All right, what's good, everybody? Welcome in. We're shipping out some orders this morning. We have 15 orders going out the door, so really good day in sales yesterday. We have some really good sales. If you caught my Instagram or Facebook stories, you already know one of the sales that we're going to be packing up. It's like a $250 or $225 sale, so that was a good one. So we're going to be packing that up on live. We have Depop, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay orders, so everything had a sale yesterday. So yeah, gonna get that done, get that shipped out. Hopefully you guys had a good day in sales yesterday. What's up, Blended? What's up, Lily? Welcome in, everybody. Let me know down in the comments if you had something crazy that sold and you want to share it with everybody. Drop it down in the comment section below and I'll read off a couple. If not, if you're coming in on the replay, you can also drop those in the comments too, or just say replay so I know that you came in and watched the replay either on Facebook or YouTube. Instagram, you guys don't have that luxury. You can't rewatch these unless you go over to Facebook and YouTube after they're published, because I used to post these to my Instagram feed, but the only thing is they like flood my Instagram feed, so I don't really want to flood my Instagram feed with lives. They don't look particularly good on Instagram. So close this up a little bit more. What's up, Jen? Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate y'all stopping in. I'm going to start real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll get all these shipped out super fast. And then I'm going to get some listings done after this. So first sale is a pair of women's mother jeans. Pick these up for $16.05. Most likely pick these up at Red, White, and Blue. And these sold for $35 on Depop. Remember, Depop doesn't have any fees except for the transaction fee. So there was a $2.10 transaction fee on this. So 16 plus 210 into 35. So really good sale on that one. What's up, Trisha? Welcome in. Trish's over there selling $1 million CDs. That's what she does. She's selling them. Appreciate everybody being here today. Should be a pretty quick and easy live. 15 orders. Should get this done in probably like 15-20 minutes. And then we'll head off. I'll probably make a video today. Taco Tuesday. Let's go. I don't know what video I'm going to make. Actually, I have the Kayla thrifting video. She needs to just do a voiceover on it. And then I'll post that. What's up, Thrifty Goose? What's up, Pamela? Welcome in. All right, that one is shipped. That's our only Depop order. We only had one yesterday, but hey, one Depop order is better than no Depop orders. Next up, we got a pair of men's Peter Millar pants. These sold over on Mercari. I picked these up for $9.72, and these sold for $28. This was actually purchased in a bulk buy a very long time ago, and they took forever to sell. I don't know why, because Peter Millar corduroy pants usually sell pretty quickly for me, but they sat for a while. They finally sold on Mercari, $9.72 into $28, so almost a $20 profit on that one. Do you lower prices through Autoposher? You can if you want to. I haven't done it in a while. I normally just run sales on my eBay store. I don't really discount Poshmark, Mercari, or Depop. So I don't use that function. I did it for one small season on Poshmark. Or on Autoposher, I lowered the prices of my items, but I normally just do it through eBay now. I run a sale. So, oh, I love tacos. Tacos are the best. It's Taco Tuesday. All right, that one's shipped. Next up, we got a men's Roan Polo. This was picked up at TJ Maxx before the yellow tag event, so I actually paid up a little bit more for these. I probably should have waited, but I paid $23.54 for these. I believe I was seeing some of these at TJ Maxx for like $18 on clearance. This one sold for $34 over on Mercari, so it's a little $10 profit. Again, I probably should have waited for these to go yellow tag, because I found a bunch of these. I actually didn't pick up any more because I already had so many of them. How do you lower prices through Autoposher? Oh, how do you lower prices? That's what you asked. Sorry. How do you lower prices? If you lower prices through Autoposher, what you can do is you can have it relist at a discount. So it'll take a month for your listings to get repriced. Or you just go through and have Autoposher reprice at a lower rate. Normally I do 10%. But if you want to do it quickly, you should just do it on the platform that you're on and then resync Autoposher, and then it'll have all your prices back in Autoposher. But you can do that all manually through eBay. Just go through and drop your prices by whatever percentage you want to do, but you have to do that manually. Next up, we got a pair of Beta brand women's pants. These are obviously brand new with tags. We picked these up for $8.03, and these sold for $28 over on Mercari. 28 bucks. What's up, Sandy? My Roosevelt's taco truck shirt is out for delivery. I'm waiting on that to get dropped off before I go to lunch. Nice. I'm gonna wear some taco truck shirt Are you gonna go to a taco truck though? You have to go to a taco truck. You can't go to a sit-down restaurant if you're wearing a taco truck shirt. That just doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. This is gonna go UPS, so I gotta actually drop this off at the UPS store. Everything over 2 pounds on Mercari, I do the UPS SurPost option. So I have to go to a UPS store to drop those off. Next up, we got some Posh Sales. First up, this actually sold like right after the live yesterday. This is a men's Lululemon shirt, brand new with tags. I think I picked this up in a video, if I can remember correctly. Paid $16.02 for this, and this sold for $50 over on Poshmark. How do you know how much for shipping? So these are all through the platforms that I sell on, and they give me the shipping labels. When it comes to eBay, what you do is you put in the weight and dimensions, and then you purchase the label on eBay. So what I suggest to do, if you don't know how shipping works, what you should do is you should weigh and measure your item and then put that into your eBay listing. So if I were to list this shirt right here, I would weigh it, measure it, put that in my eBay listing and charge it to the customer, and you'll never make a mistake. As long as you weigh it and measure it correctly, you should never make a mistake on an item on eBay. And then once you get the hang of it, then you can stop weighing and measuring and just listing your items like we do. Next up, one of my favorite things to sell, ties. This is a men's Brioni tie. I picked this up at a thrift store for $2.14, and this sold for $25 over on Posh. Yes, this is gonna look funky. I am gonna put this priority mail, but that's because Poshmark gives me priority mail labels. If this sold on any other platform, it would go ground advantage. You guys are just hopping in, you have any questions, feel free to drop in the chat. We're just shipping out some orders. Appreciate everybody's asking questions. Were you doing page reviews for people eBay tonight? Probably not tonight. I gotta find a new day to do that. I've been working hard on content, and I just don't have time for the eBay store reviews. I will bring it back though. I know you guys like that eBay store review thing, so I will be bringing it back, but probably not tonight. No. If I have Vendu and want to switch to Autoposher, is it easy to switch and sync my listings over? Yes, it's so incredibly easy. Mark, all you have to do is hit the sync button and it'll download all of your listings. For the first sync, depending on how many listings you have, it could take anywhere from 3 to 10 minutes because it's syncing your entire store. After that, it normally takes only like 30 seconds to sync your store. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go through and tell Autoposher whether your listings are duplicates or not. So it'll have a list of listings because it uses AI to bring all of your stuff in. And you go through and tell it like if something is a duplicate or not. It takes like 2 minutes to do that, and then after that, go through and verify everything's correct on your table. If not, you can drag and drop everything and move it around to the correct rows. And then once you're done with that, you're good to go. So might be, depending on your listings, it might be a 10-minute process, it might be a 25-minute process, but you only got to do it once. And then after that, every time you list something new, if you do like 5 listings, you're going to sync your listings. It's going to only bring in those 5 listings to Autoposher. There's no clicking, there's no dragging, dropping, anything like that. It just brings it in for you. So it's super, super easy to do. Take you no time at all. If you only have like 200-300 listings, it probably should only take you about 10 minutes to bring everything over. Next up, got some Page jeans. These are brand new with tag, men's Page jeans. I picked these up for $20 plus tax online, so $21.40 is what I paid for these, and these sold for 50 buckaroos. I've been selling for 5 years on Poshmark. I just started on eBay. I find the shipping to be somewhat complicated and haven't sold anything. Do you have any beginner tips? Shipping should never be difficult if you do exactly what I just told the other user to do. You take your items, you weigh them, you measure them. So what you would do with this, obviously this wouldn't go in a priority mail box or bag, but it would go into a ground advantage bag one of these bags, poly bags, these right here. Stick it in there, weigh it and measure it, and charge that to the customer. You'll never make a mistake. Almost everything on eBay, especially clothing, will usually always go ground advantage. There's very, very few instances that I use priority mail, so pretty much you can get away with doing ground advantage on everything. So get your own poly bags, stick your stuff in there, and charge it to the customer. You will literally never make a mistake. As long as you weigh and measure it correctly, you can never make a mistake. What's up, Elliot? What's up, Tej? So the problem I have is one Goodwill in my area. I have one Goodwill in my area. I do have a TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Is that enough to do this? Depends on how good your Goodwill is. But Jason, if you only have one in your area, most likely you're gonna have to drive. I guarantee within an hour to an hour and 30 minutes from you, you have more Goodwills. We drive to get to the good stores that we go to in our videos. Sometimes we drive an hour and 15, an hour and a half to get there. I think a lot of people think that the stores that we go to are like literally right down the street from us. They're not. We drive far to get to those. So if you only have one Goodwill in your area, you can't use that as your excuse, because you have to drive sometimes an hour 15 minutes away to get to the good stores. So, but I would start at that Goodwill first, learn a couple brands, and then branch off and go to the next one. But I'm sure in one Goodwill you could probably find some good stuff to resell. I was wondering how you adjust for discarded or redonated inventory on Jason's spreadsheet. You would zero it out in your inventory sheet, or depends on how you do your taxes, how you do your numbers. With me, I just put all of my receipts into my expenses tab. So even if I donate something, it still would be considered a purchase for that year's purchases. So that's how I do mine. If you do yours individually, I guess you would have to put it into the sales form and just have a platform as like discarded or redonated, and then have it zeroed out, and it would be a loss. There would be no sale to that. It would just be the cost of goods in your section. So yeah, you can make a platform that says that would say something like redonated, and then yeah, put in the cost of goods. So what's up, Bree? The hustle is real. The hustle is real. Let me see. Good morning, Ben. What's up? Do you find people will buy on eBay with the shipping being so high? Yes, most of my sales on eBay are actually cheaper than Poshmark shipping. So you said that you sell on Poshmark. Ground Advantage, if it's around 10 ounces or less, which is most clothing items usually weigh around 10 ounces, they actually pay less in shipping than they do on Poshmark. On Poshmark, no matter what they buy, they got to pay $8.90 or something like that when they purchase their items. So they actually pay less on eBay in most cases. Next up, you can always opt to give them free shipping too, and just work the price of shipping into the cost of your item too if you wanted to do that. Athleta, this is a Athleta women's bra. We picked this up at the TJ Maxx Yellow Tag event. We only paid $8 for this one, and this one sold on Poshmark for 22 buckaroos. A lot of people on Depop likes offering, and when accepted, they don't go through with the process. It's annoying sometimes. Facts. I just started doing Depop, and I have that same thing. I probably have accepted 1,000 Depop offers in the last month and a half, 2 months that I've been on Depop, and I've only sold 50 items. I don't know why Depop allows that, to be honest. I really don't. If somebody accepts an offer, they should have automatic payout set up. eBay used to do that too a lot. Still does in some cases, but eBay's fixed it very, very well compared to what it used to be. But yeah, I never understand that. You're just making your sellers mad. When the seller accepts an offer, they think, I just sold that item, and then that item never gets paid for, right? What's a good starter vehicle for doing reselling? Any vehicle will work as long as you get from point A to point B. That's all you really need, right? I have a Tesla, so I have a electric. So I would always say electric. Now that I've driven an electric vehicle, I think electric is going to be the way to go. Especially if you can get the tax credit through the government when you buy your vehicle. And with a Tesla, I use an affiliate link, so I get 10,000 miles for free charging. So basically, I haven't paid for gas except for charging at my house in the last 4 months that I've had my Tesla. And I probably can go the rest of the year without ever paying for gas, aka electricity. But yeah, electric vehicles are the way to go in my opinion, especially for reselling, because you get that tax credit and you're able to get miles back when you drive. So all the miles I use, I get a tax credit at the end of the year. So basically the government is paying me to drive my car right now, if you think of it that way. It's pretty cool. How do you handle lowball offers on eBay? Either counter or decline, depending on how low they are. When buying new items, larger sizes are better to buy, right? Yeah, typically larger sizes sell better, especially for men's. Larger sizes sell better. When it comes to women's, like the extremely large sizes, those typically don't sell well. Like a 6XB in a men's will sell very well, but like a big plus size in a women's, those typically are a little harder to sell, so just be cautious of that. So I'm in Canada. Poshmark is $12.49. eBay is minimum $19.99. Got you. So you're in Canada. Yeah, that's a completely different story. And yeah, I understand that. It might be a little harder for you. It's crazy that Canada shipping is so high. I've heard that from so many people. I don't really have an answer to that because I've never had to deal with it. I haven't had to figure out the best way to sell in Canada. If anybody knows, let me know. If there's like some service you can get cheaper labels or something in Canada, I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. Unless I've been there, I couldn't answer that question. But I get it now why you sell on Poshmark, because that makes a lot of sense, because you get the discounted shipping. That's probably why a lot of people buy on Poshmark. It's crazy that they give the discount to Poshmark, but they don't give the discount in any way to the natural consumer on eBay. You'd figure that they would do that, but that's weird. Next up, we got some Spanks. These are brand new with tags. We paid $9.60 for these in a thrift store, and these sold for $31.49. That's an Auto Posher sale. Auto Posher sent out a 10% out offer to this person, and they accepted. I didn't have to do anything. Auto Posher did all the work for me, so really good sale. This is an eBay sale, by the way. California is trying to pass laws, charge EV owners per mile they drive. Yeah, what's crazy is, well, that's California for you, by the way. California was literally pushing people to get EVs, and now they're trying to tax people on EVs. That's California math. California is California. That's all I have to say. It's a crazy state. The fact that anybody lives there and pays all those additional taxes and deals with all the California rules is crazy to me. Just move a couple states over, you'll be good. But yeah, they literally push people to get EVs, and now they're pushing people to not get EVs. That's literally California math for you. The fact that people like love living there is just crazy to me. That's crazy. What do you use to pack shoe boxes? If the shoes come in a box and they're too big for the USPS shoe boxes, the Priority Mail shoe boxes, I just buy my own. I usually get them on Amazon. The 16 by 10 by 8 boxes usually work very well. I have those in my link tray, I believe. But if they don't have the box, then I use the USPS shoe boxes. You can order them for free on USPS, have them delivered for free, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's usually what I use for those. I use those a lot on Whatnot when we ship on Whatnot too, by the way. By the way, if you're a Whatnot affiliate, you might want to look, especially if you're an ambassador, you might want to look at your Whatnot ambassador link today. That's all I have to say. So it's a little different than it used to be. They're $1 more. This video's on YouTube. I missed the comment. I'm getting ready to use Jason's spreadsheet. Is there a good video before I dive in? Yes, Jason's spreadsheet video should be on YouTube. I think there's a small portion of it on YouTube, but once you buy the spreadsheet, you get a full YouTube video on it. So you can look in the YouTube video, you can see exactly how to do the spreadsheet. It's a step-by-step guide on the spreadsheet. But I believe that's after you buy the spreadsheet that you get that. But if you ever had any questions and you are going to buy it anyway, you should just buy it and then watch that full YouTube video. I think it's like 30 minutes long, and it covers both spreadsheets for you. So it's super, super nice. Yeah, everybody's got you. I missed your comment, my bad. I apologize. I don't know how I missed that comment. Whatnot is amazing. I just started with them too. Yep. We've done, just this year alone, we've done over 100 grand in sales on Whatnot. Shout out to Autoposh, and most of that's consignment too. Thanks for your opinion. Last group I upgraded to level, started auto delist relist, and noticed a significant increase in sales. Let's go. Yes, auto delist relist, especially if you sell on eBay or Mercari. Those two are huge for auto delist relist. Depop is too, but we all don't get a ton of sales on Depop. Nobody's going to tell me that they get more sales on Depop than any other platform, but it's good for Depop too. With Poshmark, one thing I'll say is that the auto delist relist, I think a lot of people are like, that's really good for Poshmark. It really isn't. It just puts you on the newly listed page. That's all it does for you. But the share tool is what keeps you getting sales. So yeah, don't get that confused. There's other services that just offer auto delist relist on Poshmark. I think Prime Lister does, but they don't offer it on eBay Depop or Mercari. And their selling point is, yeah, we'll auto delist relist for you on Poshmark. That's great, but it really doesn't give you an advantage. It's a very, very small advantage that you get just getting added to the newly listed page. If you just share your listings, you automatically get pushed to the top of search. So I'd rather just have a share bot for that. I think I got back to everybody. Hold on. Wayne, I'm in California and I hate it here. Chance I get to move. Trust me, come move to Florida. if you're able to pay for living in California, just move to Florida. It's almost exactly the same, except we have a little bit more humidity here. And there's not as many crazy rules here as there is in California. Yeah, California. Next up, Grayson. Grayson is a women's brand. It's a good one to look out for. There's certain styles of this that can go for good money. Make sure you're looking at patterns and stuff. Certain patterns are more rare, so they go for more money. This is more of a basic pattern. We paid $6.96. It's also a women's size 2, which is like a women's size small medium. So it's not the best size for this, but $6.96. It sold for full price $34.99 plus shipping. Mass exodus from Los Angeles to LA to Texas, 100%. Because Texas is smart too. So, where are you in Florida? I'm in the Tampa Bay area. Tampa Bay area. So if you ever see me in the thrift stores that I'm at, I'm always in the thrift stores that are in my area. You can anytime you visit, you can just go to the thrift stores that we go to. Do you use apps for authentication? Some brands. When it comes to shoes, I use Check to check my shoes in store. I'm not affiliated with them by any reason. I just feel like their service is good. Maybe one day they'll reach out to me and I'll do a little affiliation with them. Give you guys like a little discount code or something. But yeah, I just use Check. I think it's the easiest, the quickest. Usually it says the turnaround for the basic Check is like 30 minutes, and I always get it back in like 5 to 10. So yeah, Check shoes. When it comes to clothing, I don't really have an authentication service for clothing or anything like that. When you use Autoposture, do all your eBay items have to be buy it now instead of auction? Yeah, it won't do anything with auction style listings. There's no reason to delist and relist an auction style listing. So yeah, you can't. I mean, you could send out offers on an auction style listing if you have it set up to buy it now, best offer, and be on auction. But most people don't do that. If you have multiple quantities of the same item, would you list each individually? Yes. Good question, David. By the way, most people would say no. I say yes. The reason I say yes for that question, David, is because if you have, let's say, this shirt, and you bought it from TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and you have it in a medium, at large, and XL, and let's say you have 2 of each. If I listed those on eBay, medium, large, XL, I can no longer send offers on this listing. As soon as you have two quantities in there, you can't send any offers. So what I do is I list the medium separately, the largest separately, and the XL separately, and that way I can send out offers and get sales quicker. I used to do it that way and put them all together. I don't do that anymore for that reason. How are your sales unlisted? They're good. Every time we go live thrifting, we normally sell like 4 to 5 items live thrifting. So the regular listings, like the regular listings we're doing, we're not doing any more of those. We're just treating it as a live selling platform. I think most of you should be treating it as a live selling platform. I see your comment, listing and no sales. Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of people listing the same prices they list on eBay. That's not gonna. So I mentioned this yesterday. I'll go into a little tangent about it today. When you're listing on Listit, you should be expecting to list them lower and move them faster. Not list them full eBay price and try to get full eBay price. That's why live selling works perfectly on that site. Whenever you guys see us sell items on live, you'll always see us selling under market on live because it's a quick sale. That's how you should be treating Listit. I'm going on there and seeing people listing low-end brands, brand new with tags sometimes, like $20 over eBay comps. You're never going to sell that $20 over eBay comps. You're never going to sell it usually at eBay comps. You should be using it like Whatnot and selling it under market, not above market. So a lot of you should be repricing your items and then using social media, posting to your social media, trying to get that going, and then also posting your items for sale on social media. That's how you get Listit to work. I don't think I've only seen one person, shout out Trisha, who has been posting their items to their social media platforms. I haven't seen anybody else do it. And if you expect just to list your items on Listit and for them to just sell, it's not going to happen. You need to be the one promoting your platform. Just like Whatnot, you need to be the one pushing your platform, trying to get sales. And I've said this before, if I ever see somebody going live that's doing a good job, I can take your live and post it to my social media while you're live. So you can then generate sales through my audience. But I haven't had anybody actually go live at all. Like nobody has gone live besides us. So as soon as people start going live, then I can start pushing their social media to my Facebook and YouTube channels, and then you guys are going to be able to generate sales because you're able to use my social media platform. But yeah, if you're just listing at eBay prices, you're never going to sell your items. It's just not going to happen until we get more buyers on the platform. It's just not going to happen. We moved from California 12 years ago. We don't miss it. Yeah, I bet. Lots of folks moving back to California, I guess. I don't know. I hear a lot of people moving away from it. Georgia. Florida are two states I'd love to move. Yeah, Georgia's good too. I like Georgia. I think Georgia's hot though. It's like muggy and there's no beaches. So I don't know. I mean, we've driven through it a couple times. I'm always like, is that super muggy here? Just like Florida, but you can't go to the beach and like cool down. Resellers are on the main list of viewers right now. So there's room for a profit, mutually beneficial deal. Yes, facts. Is that your mom walking by? Yeah, she's in the background. Holiday decor items selling already. I don't sell any holiday decor, so yeah, I don't know. I used to sell a lot of Christmas houses, but I don't sell those anymore. I've been approved to sell in like 5 marketplaces now in District. Yes, and you can sell a multiple marketplace on District, not just listed. So if there's another marketplace that sells hard goods, more hard goods selling, I would go to that marketplace and try to sell your hard goods, and then sell your clothing within listed. Live Poshmark or Whatnot, because I'm live on both. I choose Whatnot over Poshmark. I think Whatnot has the better buyer base when it comes to live selling, because Poshmark allows those stupid silent sales or silent auctions. I don't like those at all. Next up, we got a Ralph Lauren. This is a linen silk Ralph Lauren top. It's simple, it's black, but it's linen and silk. Paid $10.68, and this sold for $34.99 plus shipping. Only because it's linen and silk. That's the only reason this sold. Is it important to set up categories on your eBay store? I would say yes. If you get repeat buyers, they would want to come back to your eBay store and just go into the women's section. So I would suggest having a women's section for your store. I missed your hard good answer. What was the question again? Somebody asked if hard decor is selling right now. I have no clue. But if you're asking about hard goods on listed District, you can sell on other people's sites on District. So if you have hard goods, you might want to jump over to somebody else's group, because we don't really have a group for hard goods, even though some people have sold a couple hard goods on there. It's more for clothing. That's why I'm trying to get people over there. It's just clothing. I think it's going to be easier to sell clothing. Is Autoposher worth the monthly price when just starting out? When just starting out, if you have very few listings, no, absolutely not. If you only have like 50 listings, I would never suggest buying Autoposher and getting the cross lister, all that stuff. Once you get over 200 listings, that's when I would suggest getting Autoposher. Maybe not even for the cross lister yet, unless you want to move your listings over. You can always pay for the cross lister 1 month, move everything over, and then go back to the automation for the next month if you wanted to do that. But what I would suggest is getting 250 listings first, and then deciding how invested you are in the business, how many listings you're doing per day, and then that will determine if you buy the cross lister and the delist relist. Just because I promote the platform does not mean I'm going to tell everybody, go out and get it. It's the best ever. It is the best, but if you're not there yet, it doesn't make any sense, because you want Autoposher to pay for itself. That's the whole reason to get it. If it's not paying for itself, then there's no point of having it. Next up, you guys know this brand. This is Vilebrequin. I don't know how to pronounce it exactly. This is that solid white polo that we picked up at the thrift store in one of our recent videos. It's just solid white polo, nothing crazy about it. Picked this up for $8.56, and this sold for $40 plus shipping. 40 plus shipping. Our Brooks Brothers 346 cotton flat front pants worth picking up. I would pay $2. You can make money at $2 on those. They don't sell super fast though, so that might be something that sits in your store for a couple months before you sell it. But yeah, $2 is a good price for those. I don't normally pick them up because at our thrift stores they're 5 or more. If you can find a couple pairs of those in the same thrift store, same size, I would actually suggest lotting those up and selling them in a lot. You might sell them a little quicker. That's normally what Surfs does with lower end brands like that. 346 is actually the lowest end line of Brooks Brothers, by the way. I think it's the outlet version of Brooks Brothers. So typically those don't sell very, very well. That sale doesn't count. You planted that in the store. Yeah, facts. I planted all the Vilebrequin in the store, so this sale does not count. If you dry clean items, we don't wash or clean items unless they have stains or bad smells. I typically never take anything to the dry cleaner. If it has stains in the thrift store and it needs to be dry cleaned, I usually just leave it behind. Next up, we got Travis Matthew Polo shirt. We picked this up. It's got a good pattern to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little pattern all throughout. It's also a men's 2XL. Picked this up for $4. That's the only reason I picked this up, because typically I don't pay up for Travis Matthew. And this one sold for $20.69. It's an Autoposher sale. Autoposher sent out a 10% out offer because this was listed at $22.99. This person accepted, and I made that sale. So again, shout out to Autoposher. It's pronounced, shut up, Surfs. Get out of here. the heck are you doing in here? Spying on me. Spying on me, sirs. Do you price similar items different on eBay and Mercari? No, I keep the same pricing against all platforms. I just know on Mercari I can accept a little bit of a lower offer because there's no fees on Mercari. So typically you'll see me, like, if I'm going to accept a $20 offer on something on eBay, I normally will take like a $17-ish offer on it on Mercari because it's basically the same thing with the no fees and everything like that. So you plan on going live on Whatnot soon? Possibly this weekend. We have a bunch of actually the whole garage is filled with stuff that we got a bulk buy. Again, it's not the best stuff, but it is wearable, nice wearable patterns, mostly men's. We might do a Whatnot show with that stuff and just run everything at $1, like 10-second sudden death, and just try to get through 100 items in like 45 minutes. And then if you guys like it, we can always bring it back because I literally have enough product right now through that bulk buy to do like 5 of those Whatnot shows. So, and I have a way to get more of it too. So we might do that this weekend. We'll see. We'll see how busy we are. The kids just went back to school, so maybe they want to chill this weekend. Next up, Kayla picked this up. The brand is Coolabar. We don't normally pick up this brand, but it was new with tags, and it's got a really bright pattern to it. Paid $13.91. This sold in like 2 weeks for $26.99. Not a huge profit, but Kayla looked up comps, and they look like they sold really well in this specific pattern, so she decided to pick it up, make a little quick sale. Question on the bread and butter items like Ralph Lauren, Under Armour, Nike. If they price right, how long do they normally take to sell? How long do they normally take to sell? Like bread and butter items? Not too long. Typically, I'm able to move those items out within 90 days. Sometimes they go faster, sometimes they go slower, but typically within 90 days, they're in and out of my store. Ralph Lauren is my #1 selling brand this year. I think I've sold, I want to say like 500 or 600 Ralph Lauren pieces this year. Ralph Lauren's been my best-selling brand. When will consignment open up and how do we contact you about it? We'll see if we're going to do consignment this year. I don't know how deep we're going to get into Whatnot during the winter season. And unlike last year, this year we're going to actually try to get through our entire death pile. We still have items from last year that we bought that we never got through in the winter season. So we might not open consignment up until after we get through our entire death pile. That's my #1 goal, is to get all that stuff gone. And then we might consider opening up consignment, but this year I'm probably going to be super picky with consignment. No lower end brands. Like if you guys want to consign with us, I might even do stuff. I've been thinking about doing stuff like Lululemon consignment only. So like for a month, I might take in just Lululemon consignment. If you guys have like 5 or 6 pieces, you send it in, and then we have an entire Lululemon show. And I feel like that will do better than having like random Lululemon pieces throughout shows. So I've been contemplating on doing that too. But right now I have a consigner that is good, and he has a ton of stuff that he can consign with me, so he might be able to carry us through the season. So we'll see about consignment. Yeah, we'll see about consignment. What a good size poly bag to ship? So I use 9x12s. You can use 10x13s, 9x12s. That's typically what we get these items in. So you don't recommend auto posture just starting out. Would you rotate items on different platforms? For example, if an item doesn't sell on eBay, would you try to Mercari? I would list the item on all platforms manually by hand. If you're only listing like 2 items, 3 items per day, you should be able to do all that by hand. There should be no reason why you have to pay for a cross lister. I used to do everything by hand up until like 2 years ago. So everything, all cross listing was done by hand. So when you're sitting on the couch at night, after you list your items to eBay, list your items to Poshmark and Mercari by hand. You can just copy and paste your titles and descriptions from eBay and list them on Posh and Mercari. It take you 15 minutes to do 3 to 5 listings pretty easily. So yeah, there's no reason to pay for a cross lister to do that if you can do it yourself. But when you're listing like we do 30 to 40 listings per day. If we try to do that manually, it would take us hours to do that instead of minutes with auto posture. So what would you sell a 2XL Ralph Lauren plaid Blake shirt? $22.99 plus ship. That's normally what I list those for. And make sure your pictures are very, very, very good. Don't list with super basic pictures because you're never going to get that to sell. What kind of percentage you take on consignment? We were at 60-40. I think we're going to go back to 70-30 splits after fees. You pay shipping to us at 70-30 after fees, but don't ask me about it right now because we're not doing it right now. I have a Lulu like new inventory and package about 5K in inventory, brand new, savvy. Would you be open to look at it for consignment? Yeah, when we open consignment up, that's something I would definitely look at. Actually, if you want to reach out to me right now, I might consider doing that now. because that's good stuff. Well, it's Lulu-like inventory. No, I thought you meant Lululemon. No, not Lulu-like inventory. Like Athleta, things like that, not interested in. Because when we run Athleta on Whatnot, we typically get somewhere around $7 to $10 for our Athleta pieces. Doesn't make much sense for me to run it because I only make about $1 something on each, and you're only going to make like $6 to $7 on that piece. So it doesn't make any sense. You got to think on Whatnot, it's going to be a quick sale. It's not full price sales. So yeah, Lululemon I can get close to full price on because there's a lot of fans of Lululemon out there. But when it comes to like Lulu-like inventory, no, I'll pass on that. So as soon as an item sells, you got to delist on other platforms. Autoposture does that automatically for me. It has automated delist, relist. So as soon as an item sells on Mercari, it's pulled from Poshmark, eBay, and Depop automatically. Does it all for me. Brand is Savvy? No. Unless it's a well-known brand, it won't sell on Whatnot. And Savvy, to be honest, yeah. I don't know if a lot of people even know that brand. What about Hey Dudes New in Box? Possibly, but we don't do a ton of shoes. We do mostly clothing, but I might be interested in that. Just listening. I wish you'd talk more about consignment. Shut up, Serves. Get out of here. Is this your full-time job? Yes, it is. I already answered that one. I already answered that one too. Okay, last sale. This is the one that's going to make Surfs jealous. So Surfs, watch the screen right now. Just keep watching. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren Harrington reversible jacket. People keep telling me not to use the word Harrington in my listings because they get pulled down. I have yet to have one listing pulled down that says Harrington in it. So, and these are brand new tags. Brand new tags. Retail on this is $398. I picked this up at a retail store. I believe I paid $100 a piece for these. I want to say maybe it was less. No, it was like I have a post on this. I think it was like 70 something bucks a piece on these. And this one sold full asking price for $224.99. So really, really good sale. That was purchased at a retail store. So retail arbitrage. Typically retail arb is not that much of a return, but after fees, shipping, cost of goods, I should make about 120 bucks on the sale. Really, really, really good sale. It was a nice one to get in yesterday. So Polo Ralph Lauren reversible Harrington jacket. The outside is plaid. The inside is just the basic tan colorway. Be on the lookout for these. Even in pre-owned condition, these will sell for upper hundreds. But this one was obviously brand new at tax. That's why it sold for so much. Consider 65-35 consignment. Too much math for me. Is Whatnot your shop newly following you? I don't know what that means. Repeat that question. Great sale. Yes, really, really good sale. I was happy to see that come in yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit of a slower day, and as soon as this sold, then sales started picking up. So I'm really, really, really happy for that sale to come in. This is going to go Ground Advantage for $9.17. Ship it out. It's going to California. Shout out to California. That's where this one's going. How's everybody's Poshmark sales? My Poshmark sales have been okay. They've been steady. Poshmark is never like the biggest selling platform for me, but they've been steady for me. I've just been sharing my closet and getting stuff out. How important is the material when choosing Ralph Lauren other than bread and butter? Materials can drive up the price significantly. Like I said earlier, I shipped out a Ralph Lauren silk linen shirt. It was just silk and linen. That's it. Solid navy blue or black. I can't remember what it was. And that one sold for 35 bucks. I think is what we shipped it out for, $34.99. So just because it was silk and linen, it drove up the price. If that was a regular cotton Ralph Lauren shirt, it probably would have sold for 20. But because it was silk and linen, it sold for $15 more, almost double the price. What's your largest platform? For this year, it's probably still Whatnot, even though we haven't really sold on Whatnot. Let me see. Hold on. Platforms. Yeah, it's Whatnot. By far. Whatnot by far. Let me see. How do I look at this? Nope. Month. Okay, so with Whatnot, just Whatnot sales, no other platforms. We've done 116 grand in sales on Whatnot. And then just on eBay. How do I see this? Hold on. Just on eBay, we've done 72. So Whatnot is still above eBay. I think Whatnot will finish the year above eBay. Probably might even be double eBay. But yeah, with Whatnot's beating eBay right now. But with eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop all put into one, they're pretty close to whatnot. We just this weekend got over 100 grand in sales on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. So yeah, but I think whatnot will finish first, 100%. Still doing store reviews. We might bring it back. Maybe I'll try to do it next week. Next week I'll bring it back on Tuesday. I'm not gonna have time to do it tonight. Otherwise I would. Nice man, yeah, really really good sales. That's not meant to brag or anything like that. That's just from being consistent, listing every day, and then of course growing the whatnot channel helped out a lot. So I think possibly next year, if we grow listed enough, listed could possibly do better than whatnot. I can see it doing better than whatnot, but we have to grow that up. Do you save your lives? I used to post them to TikTok, or not TikTok. Well, I can't go live on TikTok anymore. I used to post them to Instagram, but now I don't. But you can rewatch these lives on YouTube and Facebook at any time. How many sales per day? That's a good question. So the way Jason's spreadsheet works is I can't see this month's sales per day. It just says 5.7, which is wrong because it's using the whole month as data. And obviously we haven't had many days in the month. But last month I had 15 sales per day on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop combined. The month before that I was at 16.9. I think this month we'll probably finish somewhere between that 15 and 16 number per day. And that does not count whatnot sales at all. Whatnot sales, I treat those differently. Because a lot of you can't connect with us on the same level as whatnot, so I try to just keep them separate. What's up, Peak? All right, that's it for today. Those are all the items that sold. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll be live tomorrow morning, shipping out orders, and then Thursday we're going to be doing a live thrift. Again, if you haven't watched the new YouTube video, if you've seen a bunch of our content on TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I put out a YouTube video on Sunday afternoon. So go check out that video. It goes over in detail how the yellow tag clearance sale works. Seems like you guys are liking that style video too. I might bring more of those videos, like go thrifting and then have a whole portion of the video where I'm just talking and discussing some matter. I have ideas for future videos. I'm going to try to film another YouTube video this week and get it out next week for you guys too. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Go subscribe to YouTube, all that good stuff. Lots of information in that video from the beginning to the end. The beginning of the video teaches you about the yellow tag clearance event and how it works. The end of the video has a haul. So if you already know how it works, just fast forward to the end of the video and you'll see the haul. But yeah, it seems like you guys are liking that video. Lots of views on it. And yeah, lots of good words in the comments. So I appreciate you guys watching that. So yeah, that's it. Appreciate you guys hanging out.